Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Thank you so much for clicking here, Pisces. If you haven't been here to view one of these Pisces reads for the Pisces tribe here, just let you know that I'm your Pisces sister. It is in my moon sign. I have two fishes in my moon sign. I'm going to use a couple of decks I haven't used in a little bit. They're both by the same author actually. So this deck here is the Starseed Oracle and they're by Rebecca Campbell. This deck is by Rebecca Campbell as well. It was a beautiful gift I got from a friend. And this one is called the Moonchild Tarot. So we're going to use both of those today. Throw in a few more oracles. What is coming up for Pisces? How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks for clicking here, Pisces. I appreciate you being curious. All right, here we go. Pisces, I hope you'll play in the comments. That's where I like to be. I like to get to know you in the comments. So I hope you will make some sort of comment, whether you even just throw me an emoji, let me know you're there. I want to see your name, get your energy. And some of you can just do it silently by a thumbs up if you choose, for sure. I just want to exchange energy with you. Okay. First card out is the Called card. It's beautiful. It says, Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Pisces, you know it. You are the one that has the knowing. You are one of the psychic signs. You are one of the signs that you just know what you know. A lot of Pisces that I know that are readers or channelers like me. A lot of what you hear in my readings, Pisces, is channeling. So if you know what you know and somebody asks you a question about yourself or someone else, maybe even someone you don't know, and you think you know the answer, that's probably your angels and guides giving you an answer. Just make sure that you push everything out your mouth is the only advice I could give you. So it says here that you have soul gifts and training. It's time to speak up. The universe has been training you. Pisces, training you to move forward in your life, training you with some gifts. Yep, I believe that some of you have gifts that you're scared of. Maybe you don't acknowledge them because you come from a religious background. And that's where I was at until about 5 years ago when I decided it was time to let it loose. Yeah, be myself, be my authentic self. So someone here is being called. Yep, called to use their gifts. Time to step up and use them in a way that's going to benefit you and some others. Let's take a look here. We've got Staff. It says you'll be taken care of in difficult times. I can tell you that that's the truth for my life for sure. That when I did decide to acknowledge my gifts and grow them, that I do feel that I have a special protection. I do feel that I am cared for in difficult times. I hope that's true for you too, Pisces. Got a couple of cards that fell out here, 3 of them. It says we've got the Bull. Do not stand down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Some of you might have Taurus in the chart. You don't have to, of course. But some of you who've been through a lot of stuff. You just never back down, and that's why you keep going. And that's why these gifts and the training that you're receiving are so important. Because in order for you to be taken care of in difficult times, you need to take care of others in difficult times, I feel as well. And the reason that the universe is picking you is because you don't stand down. Good for you. We've got the Pig, and it says, beware of greed. So beware of greed. I feel like if you do use your gifts as a means of income, just beware of your greed, okay? Just beware of doing the thing that's right rather than the thing that's going to make you rich. And some of us will agree, and that's okay. I'm not one of those people who is at it for money. I don't need to be. I've got other skills. Yeah, so although I like to be paid for my work, don't get it twisted. But I have been doing this for years, even when I wasn't getting paid to do it, you understand? Because, yeah, it's going to give you happiness. And money isn't necessarily happiness. Money is necessary, but it's not necessarily happiness. What have we got in the bottom here? Rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. So some of you maybe are chasing a date, chasing a romantic partner, chasing. Yeah. I feel like you need to stop chasing if you are. If it is that your needs being met are taking precedent over everything else in your life, please double check that, okay? Because that's never really going to bring you happiness. I feel like standing your ground is necessary, and the thing is the universe is trying to tell you that you're special, Pisces. You have a gift, and you have some training, innate training that's been going on without you even knowing it. And it's time for you to step up in your own life, for you, not for anybody else, not for mom or dad or friends that say you should, not for YouTube, not for anybody. You should step up for you. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look here. What have we got for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. We've got Ten of Swords. Got the Knight of Cups. The Three of Wands. Remember, Pisces, this is a general reading, okay? Maybe it's not your read, maybe it is. But I could be reading about your person or about you. You're going to need to put on your intuitive hat to know which one. We've got the Fool. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. And Shadow Work. Interesting. The Eight of Pentacles has been coming out a lot in readings, I find, lately. And I feel like it's after this eclipse in Scorpio here. I feel like that things are changing, and now that means that you need to put more work into a few things. Yeah. I feel that's kind of what's going on here. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Pentacles. All right, that's what's off in the near future here. We have Ten of Swords and the Fool. So something is coming to an end so something can begin. I feel like you're either ending a cycle, backing out of a cycle, something that was really terrible, something that really hurt you. I don't know if this is a job or a person. It could be about love, because right next door we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is about, bringing in messages of cups. I find the Knights to be incredibly brave, because it feels like whenever I see one of these cards, they're always going over some sort of, what do I want to say? Some sort of arid or dastardly kind of, landscaping. It's like they're very brave, trying to ride that horse without spilling a drop, right? Without spilling a drop in the cup. So I feel like something is about to begin for you here, and I feel like it could have something to do with love, a love that you're willing to put time and energy into. For some of you, the Eight of Pentacles could be showing up because you met someone in the workplace, or you met someone volunteering or something like that, somewhere where you were working really hard. But for others of you, I feel like you're ready now to put the work in on the Knight of Cups, on something emotional, someone or a situation that you have a lot of emotion for. I think you're ready now to put in the work. And I say ready now because the Fool has appeared and something else has ended here. You're the person who stands their ground, Pisces. You stand your ground and you have to, right? You have to, because you have a knowing. And if you fluctuate on that knowing, it's not really a knowing, right? And sometimes your knowing will take you away from something that, it's like society's going this way, Pisces, but you're going this way because you have a knowing. You know what's over there, and that's why you're going a different direction than the rest of society. So we have Three of Wands and Shadow Work. I feel like somebody here is really trying to understand who they are, really deep down. I do have a video on shadow work in my Lightworkers Chronicle series, and of which I will be adding to in the near future. But we have a shadow work video over there to help you understand what shadow work actually is. So I feel like there is somebody here who's waiting before they put the work in to this brand new beginning. They're trying to get their shadow work done. And I mean, y'all, we're never going to have all of our shadow work done. Never. It's always going to be something that we're always working on, because different situations will arise in our lives and we'll have to rise to the occasion, right? It's time for us to step up. We are the ones who have the knowing, the guides that maybe guide other people or each other, right? People in our family, friends, things like that. So the Fool, I feel something is coming to an end for you here. And that tells me and that something is about to begin. You're about to embark on something brand new, something you're willing to put the hard work in on. I think it's shadow work. I think you're constantly working on yourself, Pisces. So bravo to you. The Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. I feel like there has been a lull, a space of time that has not been moving. I feel like you feel that when is everything going to start moving again? Because it all feels like it's at a standstill. What I think you don't see is that once you end whatever cycle you're in right now, so a cycle that's been hurtful and terrible, and maybe there's been fighting and arguing or silence or something like that, it's time to cut it free. It's time for you to end the cycle so you can begin something new. And Pisces, no one else can do that for you. It's you that makes the decision to end the cycle so you can begin again. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles here, that you're really willing to put hard work into some sort of emotional matter, something that you've been waiting on and something that you've been preparing for, Pisces, because I really feel like the shadow work is your preparation, waiting for this coming. It's like you feel it coming and you're trying to do everything that you can at the very last minute. It's like the family's coming over for Thanksgiving dinner and you're running around at the last 2 hours trying to get everything done. I feel like that's what you're doing with the shadow work. You're checking in with yourself, making sure that you have all of the major triggers taken care of. And I feel like you are grateful possibly for this moment in time where you're waiting for this new path to begin. I feel like it's a path with emotion, a path in love. And I also feel like this path leads to the Ten of Pentacles because of the Page of Pentacles. So it could lead to a long-term relationship or a lot of abundance for you. And it's because you're now willing to be open, because you're clearing some energy in your shadow work in order to invite in. I feel like you're inviting in this Knight of Cups energy here. We have the Two of Swords, which means that there is a decision to be made here. And I believe the decision is to be made in love because we have the Two of Cups as well. So Two of Swords and Two of Cups. Somebody has been holding back or waiting, making a decision about love. They're waiting. They feel like maybe either you're in a connection or maybe they are. If you are the person who is already in a connection, but you know it's not for you and you're waiting for someone else to come in, the only way that energy is going to be able to come in, Pisces, is if you exit the energy that you don't need, okay? So something that you are doing right now, or possibly maybe you're already in a connection. You can't invite in another connection. And I mean, you don't have to believe me. Do your own research. You can't invite in more energy when you already have an energy, you know, of someone who's acting as spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend. I feel like you have to that you have to end this cycle before you can invite in new energy. So I think this time of waiting is a time for you to work on yourself, to figure out what you actually want. What is it that you actually want in love? Is it a need to have or a nice to have for you? I think those are things that you need to figure out. For most of you, I think that you did meet someone at work or while you were working or while you were volunteering. I feel like this person kind of, without really saying anything to you, I feel like they sparked a change within you, is what I want to say. I feel like you end up leaving the workplace and you no longer are in contact with this person, but I feel as though that the occupation is what binds you. Maybe you two worked together for many, many years. And although I feel like you've either left, I feel like you've left the workplace, I feel like you're still willing to work on this relationship. For some of you, maybe once you left the workplace, you then stopped talking or didn't talk as much, because, you know, there are relationships like that, y'all. We all have them. We go to a place, we think we're besties with somebody in the workplace, and then you leave there and all of a sudden you're dead to them. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who only make workplace friends. Yeah. All right. But I think the workplace friend you made was special. Yeah. I think that this person sees your worth. I think that the person that you were working with, Pisces, sorry, I'm just listening. The person that you were working with, you worked really hard with. It was a hard job. it was taxing, and I feel like you were far too creative to stay there, Pisces, if it is you that ended up leaving leaving a place of employment. It doesn't have to be recently, but I feel like whoever we're reading about here, whoever is connected to you, or you became connected to them while you were in the workplace or while you were in the same field of work. So, it doesn't necessarily mean you both worked at the same hospital, but maybe you're both nurses, or maybe you're both doctors, or maybe you're both seamstresses. Maybe you have your own fashion line. Maybe you left the workplace in order to be able to open up your own business. We have 3 and 4, which is 7. I think you were told to. Intuitively, you had to go. Or maybe we're talking about your person, but flip it as it works for you. We have courtship, which is card number 4. So I feel that possibly you could have left an emperor in the workplace. And I feel also that this courtship card is why we're waiting. I feel that somebody has feelings for you, because we're at a night stage, right? Knight of Cups. I have emotion. I have a feeling for you. I have, what's the word, Charlie? Somebody wants to court you because they want to know if this connection you had in the workplace was fake or not. That's what it feels like. And I think in the midst, while we're waiting for this courtship to come together, I feel like either you have a lot of work to do or they do, or maybe coming together is what's going to cause the shadow work. That you two are going to ignite something within each other. It feels like twinned energy, because I feel like there hasn't been any romance here. Right? We don't have any cups except for the Knight of Cups, which is traveling. We don't really have any romance here. But I also feel like you left an impression on someone who is choosing to be part of your life here in courtship, and maybe even marriage that we saw on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person may have wanted to date you while you were in the workplace, but they felt it was inappropriate because you were in the workplace, or they could have been with somebody else as well. Tell me about occupation, please. It feels like you left without thinking about it. It feels like that whatever was under the surface, whatever was bubbling under the surface, whatever you were hiding, maybe you were building a business while you were in the workplace. Maybe you had a side hustle that you were building, and then eventually it got to the point where this business took over and you no longer had to work in the workplace, so you left. So the cycle ended in the workplace and something new began. I don't think you expected it to be as good as it is right now, but I believe you're being blessed. I believe that you're working intuitively, Pisces, and you're doing the thing you're supposed to do. 3 and 4 is 7. For me, that is kind of standing your ground. It's also, it's all about things that are divinely placed upon you, which I think is what the light is for here. I think that this person has divinely been following a path that has taken them to a place that that anything is possible. But I don't think you understand how really truly big this whole thing is going to become for you. Tell me about courtship. Someone is thinking about you, Pisces, while they're in hermit mode. We have Virgo, Pisces, and Cancer energy here now. Aries is the Fool. And I feel like that somebody here is still attracted to you or attached to you from the workplace. I feel it's card number 4. I'm going to say it's the Emperor, although we don't really have much proof except that we have card number 4 and we have courtship here. So I feel like you leave somebody with an impression, and this person is hermiting, not really seeing anybody, not really talking to anybody, and trying to find their own light. It feels like this ending ignited some sort of a connection between the two of you that feels like a twinned energy. It feels like you ignited it within someone and triggered them into their shadow work, and then you two didn't see each other after that. It feels like this person continued to hermit, that they've yet to ask you out. They're waiting to do that. I feel like this person wants to have courtship with you. It's the person that you worked with. I'm pretty sure it is, because all this is coming up on the 8 of Pentacles. I'm just saying. And then we have the Nine of Cups. This person has always had a really high opinion of you. They've had a high opinion of you. They've had a lot of emotion for you. 9 and 1 is 10. I feel like this person always thought that you would be like the perfect mate, or the person in their life that would be the best for them, that could work forward, could help them with their shadow work. Yeah, I feel this is all coming up, Pisces, quite soon. I feel like we've run out of time here, so I am going to go into the extended if you want to come there and watch. I'm going to pull this apart. Of course, I have an invested because I'm Pisces moon, right? But we're going to talk about this. We haven't even looked at what this means here. We still have some Amiras to put down here. We're going to talk about this ending and what happened and why did the ending come. And I feel like it's either you or your other person that went off and found an intuitive business to work in. I want to see what the shadow work's about and who's waiting, right? Who's waiting, and is this really a workplace thing? Because it does feel like that to me. We'll put more oracles over the top here, Pisces. I'm going to go into the extension if you'd like to follow me there. There is a link, very first link in the description below. I'm going to go for now. It's all about the happiness. Let's talk about it. Love you guys. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.